What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And if you guys like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And as always, let me know in the comments below what you thought about today's video. Now, today, we are going to be talking about our original idol girl here, Barbara. And the reason why we're talking about her is because, well, she's part of the banner that we currently have. And I have not made a build guide for her. So today, we're going to be talking about how to build her. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So, as you can see, I have Barbara right here with that precious good skin, the summer skin, which should be most likely, hopefully, coming back during the summer. But I digress. Let's go ahead and dive into the character herself. Now, first things first, obviously, we know that she is a hydro healer. We know you wonder when you're going to be as tall as your big sister. We get that. I'm gonna put it right here. But she is a hydro healer character, which already is outclassed by Kokomi, and is basically the same. Like, if you look at her animations when it comes to all that stuff, the only real difference is the fact that Kokomi is more mermaid-like. But they are basically kind of the same character when it comes to healing. Obviously, she has a healing circle that she makes, which during that time, characters who are within this circle will get healed a certain amount per tick. Obviously, to me, it's not the best healing, especially since I could get more healing from, you know, Kokomi. But at the same time, it's not bad at all. That's for sure. Of course, we also have her ultimate, which when you activate the ultimate, it basically heals all, like, every character. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. It heals every character. But let's go ahead and get into her talents just to kind of look at it. Now, as you can see, I have not leveled up her talents that much because as soon as I got Bennett, that's who I paid more attention to. But honestly, Barbara's not something to shake your head at. So, she heals her own party members and nearby teammates with a large amount of HP and scales with Barbara's max HP. That's why you want to get as much HP on Barbara as humanly possible, because she's going to heal for that big amount of HP. Now, this was what I was talking about before when it came to the melody loop. Summons water droplets resembling music notes that form a melody loop, dealing hydro damage and surrounding opponents and applying a wet status to them. Which already she does that when she hits them with any of her attacks, but I digress, it's still pretty decent. On hit, Barbara's normal attacks heal your own party members and nearby teammates for a certain amount of HP. So not only are you healing with the circle around you, but if you're attacking with her, she's going to heal the party over time, which is not that bad at all. On hit, Barbara's charge attack generates 4 times the amount of healing, periodically regenerates your own active character's HP, and applies the wet status to the character and to opponents who come in contact with them. Now, the only unfortunate thing about this is that if you are facing any character that is cryo, you will freeze, and that's honestly, it sucks. For talent reference, obviously, we could see that most people go with the Let the Show Begin, which is your E, which is perfect. And then second priority level up is going to be the Shining Miracle. So, don't worry too much about your normal attacks. In all honesty, it's not going to be that big a deal if you don't get them. Overall, you want to focus Barbara as a healer. Now, you can make a DPS Barbara. I highly discourage this. Use her as a support healer. Like, that is the perfect thing for her. Let's get into her weapons real quick. So weapon wise, when it comes to a DPS Barbara, I'm just going to throw it out there right now just to get it out the way. If you do run DPS Barbara, then focus the normal attack, but yeah. DPS Barbara, if you want to run that, which is disgusting. Skyward Atlas, Lost Prayer of Sacred Winds, Memory of Dust, those will work for you. If you need a 4-star, the Wid Sith obviously is a very good one, or Dodoko Tales. Again, I highly discourage you from using DPS Barbara, that's for sure. But when it comes to support Barbara, which is where she stands out, you could use Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, which is a very easy weapon to get, obviously. Everlasting Moonglow, in my opinion, is her second best weapon, but I don't have the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers fully leveled up, so we're going to use that. You could run stuff like Prototype Amber, Wine and Song, Favonius Codex, but I highly recommend either the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, which is easy to get, or the Everlasting Moonglow if you got the donut when Kokomi was out. Let's go ahead and talk about artifacts now. So artifacts is pretty easy. She can run the terrible artifacts. So obviously with you know, her healing abilities, you're going to want to run Maiden Beloved, which is what I got. I got a 4-piece Maiden Beloved on her right now. If you want to run DPS, you would run a 4-piece Wanderer's Trope or 4-piece Heart of Depth, in my personal opinion. I, again, cannot stress enough. Do not run DPS Barbara. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So the main things you want to focus on for your substats when it comes to Barbara is that you want to run HP to get that HP up. So here you can see that this artifact is trash. We got this artifact, which is trash. Overall, I haven't really gotten anything good. I put a little bit of energy recharge on her because I thought that she was going to need it. But in all honesty, you want to run HP percentage, which I'm going to rework this Barbara to be a little bit better, especially since I want to get that HP up on her. But I digress. It's definitely the go-to to get that HP instead. For her cup, I went HP, obviously. And then for her thingamadoodle bob, I went healing bonus, only because of the fact that I think that's what she excels at. So, circlet healing bonus. Now, Constellations are pretty self-explanatory. Regenerates 1 energy every 10 seconds, which is great. Decreases the cooldown of Let the Show Begin by 15%, which is great. And then, of course, you got level ups for talents. Constellation 4, every opponent Barbara hits with their charge attack regenerates 1 energy for her, so you can constantly get your energy going and going and going. However, the only great thing about Barbara when it comes to her constellations, in my opinion, is Constellation 6. When Barbara is in the party but not on the field, and one of your own party members falls, automatically revolves the fallen character, fully restores the revived character's HP to 100%. This effect can only occur once every 15 minutes. This is crucial. Like, this is what sets Barbara apart from everybody else, because nobody else can do this. She literally gives you a Phoenix down for your character. Now, let's go ahead and talk about team comps. Obviously, for me, I like running her in a freeze comp. So, my freeze comp stop. I'm messing up. My freeze comp team consists of the following. Rosaria for my DPS. Shenhua, which is my burst support. We got, you know, Kazuha, because it's Kazuha. And then, of course, Barbara as the healer / my hydro application. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to find a nest of many enemies, just so that way we can kind of show it off. So let's go ahead. We're going to go over here. There is a list of enemies over here, so just kind of show it off. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to activate Shenhua's alt. There you go. And see, look. Look at the perma-freeze right there. It's so, like, perfect in that sense. And then not only that, but you're getting the healing from when you use Barbara. Because the whole point is to use the alts of Rosaria and Shenhua that are constantly giving that cryo application. And making it so that Barbara can hit them and smack them while healing the party. You won't lose a character. And if somehow you do, you know, you have Barbara to automatically revive them every 15 minutes. So that's a crucial thing for it. So let's go over to Dadaupa Gorge. Dadaupa. I think we have a couple more enemies that we could test this out on. If I can find them. Is there no enemies over here? I thought there was enemies over at... Yep, I think... Yep, over here. We could technically go into a domain as well. We could just do the domain thing, but we'll go ahead and do this. So, look at that. It's a constant freeze, and then you could just switch and then watch. Perfect. So that's the best way that, in my opinion, Barbara can be utilized as a healer and also as the freeze, the consistent frozen dealer. Like, that's what you want from her, is that she could heal on hit and do that. The only things, again, I cannot stress enough when it comes to Barbara is you want to make sure that you don't make the same mistake that I did with your cup, and that is go energy recharge. You don't need that. She already does energy recharge because of her first and I believe her fourth constellation. So, overall, Barbara is not a bad character. And I've told this to people before when it comes to Barbara. While she may not be the overall best character to use when it comes to healing, she's definitely not somebody to shake your head at. She can do exactly what you need her to do. And plus, with the revive mechanic, especially for people who are mainly free to play, that is a must for some people. So, I definitely want to say Barbara deserves at least a 6 out of 10. She's not the best healer, especially with the likes of Bennett, who came out at the same time as Barbara. However, Barbara is definitely, again, somebody that can work well with your team, especially if you're wanting to go the freeze comp method. So, but that's going to be it for me today, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys like Barbara, or do you guys like a different healer every time? I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion on this. Free-to-play players, do you use Barbara as your healer? But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Love you guys to death, and as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Take care and be safe.